He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike one. Drilled to the left side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
They're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Stepping into the box, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. The 0-1 on its way. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Hard liner to center field. Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for the Tribe. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Brian Shaw will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Charlie Blackman will lead things off for Colorado as they look to get something started in their half of the sixth.
Charlie Blackman.
Cut fastball inside, ball one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Almonte on the move, makes the play, one away. Now at the plate, Nolan Arenado. He singled his last time up.
Arenado.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tap foul at home plate. Bases are empty, one man out. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. Oh, look at Uribe. The throw to first. Got him.
Oh, love it.
Now batting.
You want to talk about getting the bat head out front? Well, he just rips this ball. But look at that play down at third base. This is just stick your glove out and hope that it finds the webbing. And this one did, as he gets up and throws him out.
Carlos Gonzalez will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his two-run homer that had him rolling early on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Dribbled up the line. Bohr gonna have to hurry, and he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We'll go to the seventh now in game two. Rockies lead it 10-0. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. It's on to the seventh now in game two, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Michael Brantley is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
The 0-1 delivery. Chopped foul right at home plate.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
Well, one thing you can say about this ball club, they are not going to go down without a fight. I mean, you don't make it this far into the postseason without having a lot of heart. So they're going to battle the whole way.
Stepping in now, Justin Bohr, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. They're putting that last home run at 419 feet officially. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now down to an 8-run ball game.
You can just sense, both by the pitch count and the body language, he's about cooked out there. I mean, that's back-to-back home runs. I'd be shocked if he sticks around for another hitter.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Well, he started off this way, and he continues on. He's throwing first pitch strikes to 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're late in this ballgame, and that's why he's on top.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Juan Uribe is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. And Uribe can't make contact that time. 2 strikes now. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
He spoils another one and will do it again. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And a changeup. Couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Now here comes the Rocky skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th, as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Jesse Crane will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Abraham Almonte will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. In there for strike one. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 Cleveland errors so far. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
When you're out there pitching with a 6, 7, 8-run lead, you can afford to come right at guys 0-2. Why not?
Robbie Grossman will try things again. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips.
Yeah, he got solid contact on that line out, but it just didn't work out. In this game, you have to trust your approach. Eventually, it's going to pay off.
Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Stretch time coming up here in Denver. Colorado's out in front, 10-2. Victor Martinez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Victor Martinez.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Ground ball right into the shift. Lindor is right there. A quick out number 1.
Now batting, number 27.
Number 27 steps in now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
Into the box, Brian Pena, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. This is hit softly to third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Carlos Santana is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Carlos Santana.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Jason Kipnis ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
The 2-1 pitch. And here's a splitter that's inside as he's forced to jitterbug out of the way there.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. No, this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Francisco Lindor stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
And this is where the Indians just need one hit.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1 and 2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
None out, runners at first and second. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And now on 2 and 2, I don't think he'll be nibbling any longer. He's got to come in with something here because he for sure does not want to run this count full.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3 and 2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The left fielder, number 23,
Michael Brantley stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Oh, and guys, he absolutely hammered that pitch. When you're talking about a long home run, they all count the same, but goodness gracious, was that thing hit.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. Now a long throw home. In to score the runner from second.
first baseman, number
Justin Bohr will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1.
You got to figure we'll start seeing a pretty heavy dose of that splitter. I mean, this is a situation that absolutely calls for it.
Drilled right back up the middle. A step on the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Indians forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Rockies 10 and the Indians 3. Jabba Chamberlain will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Jabba Chamberlain.
Ichiro Suzuki digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Uribe will put this one away for the first out.
The pitcher, number 54, Jesse Crain.
Steve Lombardozzi will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 32, Steve Lombardozzi.
Out in front of it, strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit toward the right side. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Into the box now, Odubel Herrera. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Grounded to third. Uribe fields it cleanly. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Welcome back to the 9th inning from Coors Field in Denver as we get a nice shot of the city here tonight. Denny Farquhar will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Denny Farquhar.
Yan Gomes will stand in to start off the 9th here with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Blackmon's after it, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Well, you know, this one may have been decided a long time ago, but don't tell that to this guy. He's going to approach every at-bat like the game's on the line, and he delivers here with a double into the gap.
Juan Uribe stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
And that is through into center field, a base hit.
He's got to be out there on the mound thinking, what is going on here? He comes in from the bullpen, throws 2 pitches now, and he's giving up a double and a single. Makes you wonder whether he'll even get a chance to throw a 3rd pitch.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte. Casey will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired 1 away.
The right fielder, number 33.
Robbie Grossman digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
1-0 count. Here it is. Cold strike at the knees. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. You just fire that thing in there.
Runners are at first and third. 1 away. On the ground to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Roberto Perez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 55, Roberto Perez.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and now the Tribe finds themselves down to their last strike.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And a swing and a miss, as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Rockies come out on top 10-4.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies: 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For Cleveland, 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 46 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 50,445. The Rockies thank you for joining us here tonight. And as you exit Coors Field, we remind you to please drive home safely.